Recently, I got to do something cool. Check out a pre-alpha preview for an upcoming, currently untitled ARPG from Moonbeast Productions. And because that's a bit of a mouthful, the devs have said to just call it Moonbeast Game, so that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of this video. Now, just to temper expectations a bit, this is a pre-alpha, which means it is very early on in development. There will be bugs, there will be jank, and spoiler alert, there will also be a crash. Because this is way before most developers would be comfortable sharing the game. But that's also what made this so interesting to me personally, because I love learning more about the process of game design. And so I see this as a way to peer behind the veil, experience a game that is so early, and then also share that experience with all of you. In terms of a video format, I'm going to start with some early impressions, kind of a Let's Play style segment, then move on to some broader thoughts before wrapping everything up with a little bit on the studio behind the game. And so, without further ado, let's jump into it. Alrighty, so first thing, talk to this guy.
Hello there.
Hello, Lum. Oh, hero, I see. Yes, I guess I'm not heroic enough yet. But he may not be fortunate enough yet either. Huh. Dark Sister of Bone Stealer. You know, Bone Stealer. That sounds pretty cool. I'll take it. And I guess Lum is going to be the main quest giver. I should probably read more about what he says. Altar of the Ancient Gods. Alright, and he has a shop. And I can't afford anything in the shop. But I've got a knife and a tunic. Let's go exploring. Maybe find something to kill so I can get some money to buy something in Lum's shop. Alright, can't click the tree trunks. And I guess these are waystones of some sort? Can't tell. I don't think I can teleport to them. A blight roach. Okay, but I can kind of teleport to that. So, Glyph Lunge is a charge move that deals 150% of weapon damage, and it has a chance of creating a glyph. 3 glyphs from a spell trigger spells with evocation skills. And Glyph Lunge is an evocation, so I guess when I get through those, I will trigger a spell. Alright, for now, I'm just going to follow the road. Oh, we've got a Gulpjaw. This is a level 2 enemy. Doesn't seem too tough, though. Also, it seems like Glyph Lunge works very well from a distance, but then my character just melees. I don't think that counts as a Glyph Lunge. Wait. Oh, ow. Okay. Maybe let's not fight that. Oh, no, it's another one. All right, I don't want to follow this road anymore. Where are the blue crystals? Okay, blue crystals are healing. Good to know. Very good to know. And let's run away. How far till Monster's Leash? Apparently quite far. Why do I feel like that's a trap? Okay, very far till Monster's Leash. But I think that might have done it. Nope. Wait. Let's see. So I have an idea. I have a charge attack. And I also have a dash. And oh no, I have spawned another one of the dangerous enemies. Oh, this is not good. Alright. But the idea of charge in and then dash out mostly worked. Whoa. It worked until it didn't. Let's try that again. Maybe stick to some safer enemies. I've got a bone glyph and a blood glyph. I'm not quite sure if those do. Let's try to find something to make a third glyph. Alright. So now that I know that the stumps turn into trees sometimes, I'm just not going to walk near them. But I do want to go back over here where the ground is. Oh, that's what that does. Okay. So it's a monster nest. And I did aggro one of the trees, because of course I did. Wait, it destroyed the crystal? It destroys the healing? Oh no. That's so bad. Wait, what's that? Oh, that's also healing. Alright, so red orbs equals healing. And I've got 2 of the bone glyphs. You know, I should probably jump more in combat. Jumping is not something I'm used to in ARPGs. Can I jump to avoid the attacks? Yes, I think I did there. And oh, leveled up, killed everything. I'm going to assume the blue orb is mana. So this is... Oh, wait, blood is bleed. I read wrong earlier. My bad. Blood is bleed. That makes way more sense. Okay. Blood glyph, bleed, bleed, bleed. So blood glyphs are good because they increase damage. Alright, I am Griselda, the witch. Strength. Increases attack with strength weapons and strength skills, but increases the chance of inflicting blunt criticals and resisting blunt and lightning criticals. Oh, that's interesting. So your stats are tied to crit. Dex increases attack with dexterity weapons, also increases chance of slashing and lightning criticals and resisting fire. Vitality is life. All right. It increases the chance of shadow criticals and resisting slash and cold. Then magic increases chance of fire and cold, but resisting shadow. Gotcha. So I've been using a dagger. That's a slashing weapon, and it's dex. So I guess I just click all the dex nodes for now. And let's see. That is an upgrade. This is a ruby. Fire penetration in a weapon, chance to ignite, fire res, magic in gloves or belt. Okay, so you can get stats off of gems. I wonder, though. If I do this, chance to ignite. My weapon doesn't have any ignite. Will I ignite? Let's find out. I also wonder, since I have, like, bleed, bleed, bleed. Oh, wait. Skill. I do wonder if this inflicts more than one bleed. So I can unlock a new skill. There is Bonebreaker and Evocation Piercing Range skill. That doesn't tell me if it's strength or dex, though. Piercing Missile, that does enhanced terrain damage. Then in Blood and Bone, there's melee weapon damage. So if I'm using a dex weapon, Bloodlash would scale off of this. Bone Storm, which is dexterity range, so that would scale. And then this is magic movement, so that wouldn't really scale. But then I can also enhance skills. Ooh, Reprise sounds really good. Spinebreaker stunning enemies, generating shadow glyphs. Trail of Shadows, decreased mana cost. So I guess this is the you want to spam your spell. This regenerates mana. That's kind of cool. Chance of a blood glyph. You know, I noticed this chance is lower, which makes me think blood is more powerful than shadow. Attack speed boost sounds nice, too. Bone glyph. What does reflecting shots mean? Is that like I shoot a projectile out of a sky? Might have to try that. All right. Yeah, let's try Bone Storm. Mostly because I want to see what reflecting shots do. So I now have Bone Storm. Come here, little Gulpjaw. I want to Bone Storm you. Okay, that's what Bone Storm does. It is not the whirlwind skill I was expecting after playing World of Warcraft. I notice night's falling. Things look quite spooky now. You know, I probably shouldn't have walked near that. But it's fine. This guy, he's level 1. I'm level 2. What can he even do? I got Bone Storm. Get Bone Stormed. Though that does require a fair bit of mana. Okay. Wait, they run away, so I can charge them again. Alright. So far, not seeing any ignites. I'm still seeing bleeds. Get down from there. Dude was just chilling on my base. Knife. Alright, I'm dual wielding now. Can I see... I cannot see the damage increase from dual wielding. Okay. I don't know if this matters, but I'm going to put the higher DPS one in my main hand. What happens when I go into water? I swim. Can I attack them? Okay. I have to try this again, but actually in the water. Okay, no, I cannot attack while swimming. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, that hurt. Wait, no, healing crystal. Whew. Bleeding hurts. But I can bleed enemies, so it's fine. Wait, elite. So he's fast, which is bad for me because I'm low health. And I can't cross the water again. Wait. I know what I do. Get stunned. Get dead. That was... Oh, no. Oh, no, there's another one. Oh, no. Why is there another one? Ah, yes. Okay. Ow. Whew. Oh, this guy's not fast. He's strong. Okay. Whew. Kind of scary at night. I don't know if that's just at night or I wandered in the wrong area. Slashing, penetration, and strength. Well, I'm using slash damage, so that sounds good. And, oh, water walking. What does this do in gloves? +5 strength. Gonna hold off on that. I'd like a dex gem. Okay, I can just go across the water now. Easy peasy. Ooh. It is really nice to have both the charge and the ranged option. You know, I should probably jump more in combat. Like, if I jump... Can I jump attack? No, I very much cannot jump attack. Jump attack does not seem to be a thing, unfortunately. Wait, if I charge this... Aha! I can harvest crystals under the water by charging. And I got a belt with enhanced armor. I'll take it. Okay, I can dig a hole. This is my hole of safety. Oh, I can't charge up. You know, I should be careful. Wait, if I got trapped in this hole, can I attack my way out? Yes, I can. I can just attack the ground. Okay. Being able to attack terrain is kind of cool. So I wonder if I, like, do this. Does the monster get trapped? Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't do it to a ranged monster. Yeah, that probably wasn't the best move on my part. So far, no. I don't like that ominous light over there. All right. Yeah, I don't seem to be able to trap enemies. Wait. Bogey Feral Heart. Socket for a special effect. Attack, crit chance, stamina regen, move speed. Move speed on boots sounds good. Too bad my boots don't have a socket. Right now I could put them in gloves, but I was hoping for a dex gem for gloves, which I know is not a ruby and is not an amber. Probably like an emerald or something. Also, I probably should have put that in vitality, but no takesies backsies, I don't think. Since I don't have the ideal, though, I'm sure I'll get more stuff later. Just going to put that in there. And this one, blunt resistance, sure. Damage resistance is good. I could use this. Might help stun, but eh. I think I'm just going to go back to town now. Wait. Mile Pond. Slay monsters 5 of 8. Defeat a Riptide Horror. I want to defeat a Riptide Horror. Let's defeat a Riptide Horror. Oh, that's one of those little monster nests. Okay, where is the horror? That is a blight roach. This is just a regular river fang. Ooh, a blue shield. Kill you. Surely the Riptide Horror is somewhere around the pond. Oh, this guy's vampiric, so I shouldn't let him hit me. Okay. Soft leather boots. Equip and identify. So I have to equip to identify. I wonder if that means there's cursed items. Oh, see, I guess I should have saved the gem, because now I could have actually used it for move speed. I kind of like the water walking on my current ones, though. I don't know. I'll save this for later. Yeah, it's just so nice to have water walking. Let's see. Pick up the padded armor. Pick up the moccasins. I don't see the Riptide Horror around. Alright. Can I teleport back? Yes, I can. Let's talk to Lum, then let's go do the main quest. Alright, so... do I want to sell all? No, I don't want to sell all. I just want to sell some stuff. So if I mark a bunch of things as junk, I can sell them all real easy. There we go. Aw, a flask. That seems useful. I'll buy one of those. Can I... nope. I was about to say, can I click this infinitely? Cannot click the stock infinitely. Alright. I could get a shiny shield. It has 2 sockets. I could not get this. Extra mana orbs. So I guess those are the blue things. It's fine. I'll come back here shortly. Let's go find the altar of the gods. It's not that far away. I can just go over here because I can jump. So I bet this is gonna collapse. What happens if I shoot it with a spell? Alright, I have to hold shift. Have to attack in place. Okay, I don't think I caused that. Ooh. Monster down. Ooh, the flask has 3 charges. Alright. So I guess, pro tip. Buy a flask early. Kind of feels like the sort of thing you should start with. Oh, there are more monsters here. Wait, can I jump? Yes, I can. Okay, this is kind of ridiculous with the wall. So, do this and that. Try to deal with the bramble husk. Oof. Got punched. You know, didn't hurt as much. I wonder if my shield blocked it. Maybe I've just leveled up a bit. Other thing, because I leveled up, skill enhancements. I really want to see what the reflecting shots does. And reflecting. Oh, it causes them to bounce. Okay, that's cool. Also, I destroyed so much of that poor innocent land. Alright. Gonna trigger the guy? Nope, that's actually a tree trunk, not a monster. Charge in. Alright, found the altar of the gods. Wait, knife with a socket. That an upgrade? Definitely an upgrade. Cool. Guess I click the altar. Is this where I ascend? Do I become a god? Murakami's puzzle box. What is the puzzle box for? Right? Oh, it's a tome. Gives another skill option point. Wait. What in the world is going on? There's a giant fortress coming out of the ground. What the heck? Wait, level 6? Oh no. No. I am out of here. No. I don't want to fight level 6 stuff. I'm level 3. No, thank you. Okay. So maybe I wasn't supposed to do that yet. No. I have a puzzle box now. Also, option point. I want to try a reprise thing, because reprise thing seems fun. Let's see what Lem has to say.
Hello.
Yes, I uncovered what lies beneath. It's as you feared? Wait, why didn't you tell me this was cursed? God damn it, Lem. He sent me on a quest to touch a cursed item. And who is Narlathak? I guess that's the guy causing the stuff to rise out of ground? I don't think I'm strong enough. Yeah, I'll need strength I haven't yet dreamed of. Thank you. So go to Greensward. Crick's Hollow. All right, thank you. Do I know where Crick's Hollow is? Yes, I do. It is bottom right. So I guess I'm going to go over here. Ooh, dungeon, level 2. You know, a level 2 dungeon sounds like a much better challenge than whatever I was just doing with the level 6 enemies. Okay, I just got a Tome of a Novice. Oh. I got a cool drop, but it's already the thing I got. I guess that means if I kill other enemies, I'll get other cool tomes, though. So there's probably like a skill point tome, and I don't know, maybe stat point tomes too. All right. Cool, cool. I wonder if Lem wants to buy this. I don't see a price on it, so maybe not. Certainly looks cool and shiny. Wait. Went diving for that one. Alright. But if I'm going to fight level 6 enemies, I need to level up. I wonder if those enemies are just your level plus 3, though, or if they're actually 6. After I level up a bit, I'll have to come back and see if it's still higher level than me. Alright. Let's just charge. Oh! Oh! Okay. Crick's Hollow, the charged fisher. Or charred fisher. Wait. Okay, weird question. So there's the terrain break stuff, right? What happens if I break this and the water touches the lava? I want to find out now. Oh, wait, there's a whole bunch of water in there. Oh. I think the developers wanted me to do this. And yes, it turns the lava into land. Wait. More water. Yes, flood it all. Oh, hello, buddy. I guess those guys were just chilling in the lava, and ooh, now I am chilling in the lava. I would rather not chill in the lava, thank you. Chilling in lava bad. I think. I don't know. Maybe it's good for the skin. Ooh. Okay. I would prefer to have mana for this fight. Oh, because I have water walking, and because the water's so deep, I can't actually get that one. I seem to have turned most of the lava into a lake, though, which is pretty cool. The not so cool thing is I spawned a bunch of enemies that are now a little bit problematic because there's so many of them. I don't really have an AoE skill. Like, I can fight them one-on-one, and that's not a big deal. But, like, 6-on-1? I don't know. I don't know. I think there is a very handy solution to this problem in the form of the dungeon entrance. Surely they don't know what doors are. Going into a dungeon with no mana and low health might not have been the best idea. Let's find out what's in here. Oh, good. Mana crystals. Looks like those don't recharge my potion, though. And, oh, that was also a bad idea. Never mind, that was a great idea, because the enemies are just camping in the lava now, and it burns them to death. Perfect. Meant to do that. 10 out of 10. Hey, buddy. You okay in there? No? Alright, cool. Not my problem. Let's go. Fire mage. Gonna kill him. It'll be a little bit problematic when I come back that way, but, you know, we'll deal with it. Okay, a bunch of roaches. Ooh, Ember Ghoul. And, wait, was it my spell that just did that? Oh my god. The world just exploded. Okay. I guess be careful when using terrain damaging stuff. Wait, sacrificial knife. That sounds like an upgrade. Oh no. I got the proc. It stunned everything. Oh no, it did not give me health orbs, and I died. At least I respawn at a dungeon entrance. Alright. Sacrificial knife. Way more damage than I had. Lightning. Well, I have a chance for lightning crits because I'm using dexterity, so that seems pretty cool. Attack speed, weapon damage, shock with his weapon, shock duration, glyph lunge, blood lash. Oh, so I have enhanced skill ranks. What does the enhanced skill rank do, though? Increased chance of generating a glyph. Got it. Okay. I want to try my shocking new skill, and oh boy, I made it over that somehow. Oh, of course, now I get the health now that I just respawned. Alright. Wait, I got shocked too? Oh no, I guess that enemy does lightning damage. I do not think the chance to ignite ever procced, so I'm going to guess you need some ability to ignite, and... Okay. Water walking's cool at all, but I'm going to put this on instead because movement speed's even better. And I'm also going to put these on because now I'm dealing lightning damage and I'll have a lot of extra shock chance and duration. And I think shock is probably good. I need to hit more enemies to find out. Wait, is shock the little lightning bolts? Okay, yes, shock is good. Do more shocks. Remember how earlier I was saying I don't have any AoE and that's a problem? Well, now I do. Never weapon, but I'm sure that won't be as good, and I kind of like having the shield. It is spooky to just attack and watch a section of a dungeon fall away. Okay, so it looks like there's some sort of room over here. I don't know if I can get to it by going around, but I want to try something. What happens if I don't worry about going around? Okay, I did not do a very good job of that. Let's try melee. I just want to get through the rock here. Okay, I got through. And yes. Oh, all right. So some of the hidden rooms are only accessible by tunneling through. What's in the treasure chest? Oh, that's a lot of good loot. I think that is the best loot I've gotten so far. Guess that means it's very much worth it. No movement speed, fire res. Yeah, I think I could use fire res right now. And then a flagon, which is better than a flask. Because I hit level 4, I should finally put those points into vitality that I should have done earlier. I got another option upgrade. So I can either go reprise, which would go 40 to 60, or reflecting shots times 4, or a chance to generate a bone glyph on kill, or a knockback. I don't think I really need the knockback or the bone glyph right now. I'm just going to go reprise so I can glyph strike and glyph strike and glyph strike. I also noticed the flagon not only heals for more life, but it has 4 maximum charges instead of the 3 maximum charges on the flask. So that's kind of cool. Better overall access to healing. Oh, Charroot. I believe I have found the dungeon boss. I'm going to be a little careful because I don't know how hard he hits. But if I charge in a bunch, I don't think he can do much to me. And spells. Spells. Okay. I'm sure he can't hit that hard. Oh, he knocks back. Okay. And actually, he didn't hit that hard, as far as I could tell. Haha, get glyph strike. Or glyph struck? And since I have a reprise now, yes! Yes! That's fun. It generated me a bunch of mana, so I can do this. You know, if cave-ins are a thing, maybe doing that is bad. Alright. That was fun, though. And it looks like, for beating the boss, I get a reward room. But first, I need to deal with a couple dudes. Should probably focus one down, because with the vampiric fill heal. Crystal Shard Staff. Does that have a cool spell? Oh, I can't equip it to find out because my inventory is full. Whoops. Slash resistance. I kind of like the fire res, actually. All right, so this is lightning imbued. It doesn't have most of the stats my current one does. I don't think that's worth it. Okay, so I could put this in my belt and get vitality. I'm going to do that. Vitality seems like a really good stat. Still no dexterity, though. I really wonder what gem is dex. Is it lapis? Yes, it is. +7. All right. More dex, more damage. That hood is actually probably not better because I'm using lightning damage and I have lightning penetration. I don't know if the game is biasing my drops to things that I'm using or if I've just gotten pretty lucky, but it feels like I'm getting all the stuff that I need. Ooh, let's see if the inventory sorting's good. Inventory sorting's good. Cool. And put these on. Do they have movement speed? Nope, they have feather fall. So I'm guessing that means there's fall damage in this game. So 140. 140. I'm clearly not falling enough to trigger fall damage. I'd probably have to find like a really tall cliff or like dig a hole in the ground, which I'm too lazy to do at the moment. So time to go back to the entrance and... This isn't quite how I left it. Might have been my fault, though. The big question. Are the tree guys still outside? And the answer, thankfully, is no. The tree guys are not outside. Cool. There is way less lava, though. I don't know if it's because... Oh, wait. I took off the water walking boots. Oh, no. I'm going to die. Oh, no. Okay. Let's not do that. Let's not fight in the water without water walking. What I would like to do is go back to town and trade with Lum and sell him all my junk. I've done a very bad job of finishing quests for Lum. He's like, do this quest. I'm like, okay, let me go adventure and do random stuff. So this requires magic of 38. And it gives passive mana regen. That's actually really cool because right now there doesn't seem to be any passive mana regen. Wait. What is this? A world of people with only one finger per hand. Oh, I love that. That is great flavor text. Nice. Okay, now I have to look at flavor text on other items. Remember Oskjald. He ran into battle without his belt. Almost lost his... Oh no. And lost his pants and his head. One of those seems more important than the other. With these shoes, I should challenge the Nightingale floor. I guess that's a flooded level. Okay, gonna do that. If I click restock. It really wants me to use Tome of a Novice. I guess it's good if they're that common, because having the extra option point is genuinely nice. Oh! So there are magic flasks. And a holy plus 20 strength. That's so much. If that was a strength build, that'd be awesome. Mana and experience gain. All right. I'm noticing some interesting stats on items. There's a lot of ailment stuff, and there's a lot of resistances. And I suspect resistances are going to be important, which is bad because I don't have them. Well, except for fire. A little bit of slashing. Do you have resistances? Well, I guess my shield already has. Do you have resistances? Nope. 4 sockets. I wonder if bigger items can have more sockets. Alright. I should get back to my quest. Can I teleport back to where I was? No. I have to walk. Alright. Okay, so I have found a waystone, which means next time if I travel back to town, I can just start from here. It looks like there's also a nice little camp. Or I guess it's a nice little goblin camp. Just clear these guys out. Ooh, those are prize procs. Like, getting them back to back like this feels so fun. I think there's one more rank of this, too. I wonder if it goes to 80%. Ooh. Aw, we're prize procs in. That is really fun, though. Oh, is this the... Oh. Okay, there's a lot of enemies here. Let's try to deal with this. Actually, they're pretty low level. I don't think they're that big of a deal. Yeah, I'm kind of wrecking them, especially with the lightning. Okay. So, early on, fighting a group of enemies was really intimidating, but now I think I'm good. Also, I wonder if the fact that all the grass got burned does it. Oh, slay monsters. Misty Thicket Conquest. Right at the Greensward. Ow. Could you not? Thank you. Ooh. Bonk. 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 Oh, it's so fun. Bonk. 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 Alright, fun over. Oh, I should jump out of those. Yeah, I get trapped a lot, mostly because I'm not paying attention. I keep my feet rooted. Wait, can I? Okay, I don't think I can jump over that. It just kind of hunts me if I try. Wait, can I jump over this, though? Okay, that I seem to be able to jump over. So, tall attacks you can't jump over, but shorter attacks you can. Oh! I was like, why isn't he dying? He's a level 5. Huh. Alright, I found the Greensward for Lum. But I kind of want to fight those level 5 guys more. Where are they? Are they over here? Level 3s. Bonk. Oh, I think those are. Yes. That bleed is nasty. It does a lot of damage. Barrow Knight. Hello there, buddy. Is he just missing me, or does he do no damage? I can't tell. Okay, he does no damage, because he definitely hit me on that last one. I think the game's telling me something. I think the game's telling me to go talk to Lum, so I'll go talk to Lum. You know, I just realized there's a chest here. Oh, that's not a storage chest. Okay. I am just so used to ARPGs putting stashes in town that I thought that was a storage chest. Okay, so I still need more power. Got it. Oh, now I could use the ring that I got rid of because I refreshed the shop. So slightly less, but blend res. That seems better, especially since I should be able to put something in the boots to make up for the difference later. I guess I lost armor, but I don't know. It feels worth it to have the res over the armor. Alright, this place looks spooky. Though I think I might be a little bit over leveled for this area. Well, that's a lot of bramble husks. Good thing I'm over-leveled. Come here, and yes. Double bleed stun. Since bleed is damage... Ooh, can ghosts bleed? Sure looked like it. Though it also died very quickly, so maybe it just died. I feel like whenever it's dark or nighttime, I encounter more monsters. Though I don't know if that's just confirmation bias, because there's a lot of monsters around here. Ooh, if I destroy the graves, do I get loot? Yes, I seem to get loot. And, ooh, a knife. Oh, okay. Should probably focus a little bit more on killing the enemies and a little less on clicking the loot right now. Pretty sure I would have died if those were serious foes. But the thing is, the last time I got a knife, it was a really cool lightning weapon that I've been using ever since. So, like, what's a little death if it gets you epic loot? Ooh, I can see the life bar movie up there. Wait, bat rune. Bat rune? As in... rune? Yeah. So, socket in an item for effect. Chance to bleed on hit. That seems pretty good. Bleed duration. Lower bleed duration on self. Or 10 life regen per minute. So 1 life regen per 6 seconds. Or tattoo effect. Red embrace. Your blood lash entangles enemies. Tattoo. Is it T? It is not T for tattoo. Character, skills, controls, tattoos. So I can put this in tattoo slots. Okay, that's neat. And I can just unsocket it. And they actually appear on the character. So I guess everyone's going to be super tattooed by the end of the game. Alright, well, I've got that now. Equip. Feather falling and water walking. Those are some meat boots. They are better than the last pair. And not better. Fire Imbue is neat, though. But way lower DPS. So, as I'm fighting these things, it really feels like the game wants you to fight stuff around your level. Because I fought that whole graveyard full of like level 2 and 3 enemies, and I barely got any EXP. But I can definitely see my EXP bar moving when I'm killing even a couple of enemies here that are right around my level. Yeah, level 5 enemy, still pretty easy to deal with. But it gets... oof. Okay. Note to self, Ignite hurts a lot. Like, oh my god, Ignite hurts so much. I need more Ignite defense. Oh, I see a purple. Is this the same tome? Wait, why did I say purple? I meant orange. It's not. It's Dexterity. Tome of Agility 3. Oh, it's so cool. Okay. That totally makes up for the first one being a duplicate. Okay. So that also means if I fought lower level enemies, or maybe just random enemies, I could get like Tome of Agility 1 and 2. I wonder how high that goes. That also means just spending time farming monsters, you can get permanent stats. And be like, hey, I'm a Dex build, I got a Dex Tome, now I'm stronger, now I bonk better. There were a surprising amount of enemies around this dungeon, but I think I've mostly cleared them out, so I'm going to go in just a minute. But since it's nighttime, since I need the EXP, I should definitely min-max my exploration here. Unfortunately, while I was grinding levels to take on the Necromancer, my game crashed, and I lost all my progress. But honestly, I don't mind too much, because I wanted to make a new character and try the Bloodlash skill at some point anyway, so why not now? In comparison to Glyph Lunge, Bloodlash feels way more grounded. and I stuck to Bone Storm for my second skill, despite it not being the whirlwind that World of Warcraft very much promised me it would be. I found that Bone Storm was particularly effective against tanky enemies and dangerous melee attackers, so I'd use Blood Lash, which could root them thanks to the tattoo effect, and then blast them with magic from afar. On the way, I did some more dungeons, and each has a different unique boss. In one case, I fought against a council of skeletons that absolutely pelted me with ranged projectiles. They were tough to deal with, probably the most difficult enemy outside of a Lich that I'd fought to that point, but because each of them had their own drops, it was also the most rewarding dungeon I experienced. In addition, I fought a giant lizard. He wasn't too bad, and an undead paladin who did an absolute fuck ton of damage, but moved so slowly that I just kind of kited him till he died. And so after clearing a bunch of dungeons, killing endless enemies in the overworld, and reaching level 7, I felt ready to take on the Necromancer. Despite being a level above most of the enemies in the Necropolis, they still hit hard, and I ended up dying a couple more times. I think this was because I neglected my resistances, especially lightning res. Paid attention to damage, defense not so much because for the most part enemies hadn't gotten that many opportunities to land hits on me before this, so I didn't think I needed it. Now Naldorathak, whose name sounds like I just summoned a demon into my room, also hit very hard. Again, probably because I didn't have many resistances, especially with his lightning projectiles because I'm pretty sure they were shotgunning me when I stood at close range. So I spent a lot of time shooting him from a distance and running away to heal. But this time, things were a little bit different. Remember how I had noticed Bleed and Ignite, dots in general, were doing way more damage to me? Well, this time, I was the one with the dots, because I had a weapon imbued with fire that also rolled extra Ignite chance and duration. And at around 2/3 health, I managed to ignite the Lich. He hit me at the same time, so I ran away to heal, and then after I'd healed up a bit, I looked around for a boss and realized, oh, he burned to death while I was running away. So yes, I can confirm Ignite is very good. And with the threat ended, I think now is a good time to talk about some broader thoughts and things that stood out to me. First up, the jump button. This is a rarity in the ARPG world, and it's refreshing to be able to jump over obstacles instead of having to find a path around. Admittedly, in Moonbeast game, I could probably just blow the obstacles up without too much effort, so it doesn't change much in terms of traversal time. But having the jump goes a long way to differentiate the minute-to-minute action in Moonbeast game from other ARPGs. One thing I was missing though is a jump attack. It would be epic to double jump, completely avoiding an enemy strike, then slam down onto the weapon first for massive damage. The other big difference between this and a lot of other ARPGs I've played is the environmental interactions. Maybe I would have found more similarities if I'd played Minecraft Dungeons, but I have not. The closest I got is Trove, which is much more of an MMO than it is an ARPG. And maybe I've been playing too many Souls-likes, but recently I've had a real problem with doors. Especially the fact that they're closed, I want to be on the other side, and they don't open from this side. So it was very refreshing to just make my own door by blasting a hole in the wall. And during the dungeons, I spent a lot of time blasting through walls either to get to the boss, or find hidden rooms full of treasure. In fact, some dungeons are set up in such a way that you really need to blast through walls just to progress. The environmental interactions also open up a lot of interesting gameplay options. Say, turning a lava lake into a regular lake by flooding it and then easily walking to your destination using water walking, or blasting holes beneath annoying melee enemies and just kind of leaving them there. I mean, what are they going to do? Walk at you? They're stuck in a hole. When it comes to builds, it's hard to tell what buildcraft will look like in Moonbeast game. This is a very small slice of the early game experience covering level 1 to level 8, but there are a couple of elements that stood out to me. First up, enemies have a small chance to drop a rare socketable, which is a core or heart that has unique stats related to the monster that dropped it. I often found these could be build-defining, giving me effects like being able to imbue my weapon with elemental damage. And then, second of all, there are the tattoos. These are the secondary effects on runes, which activate when you apply the rune directly to your character. I only encountered Bat and Ash, which enhanced Blood Lash and Glyph Lunge respectively, but I can imagine with a wider variety of runes and skills, tattooing is going to allow for a lot of on-the-fly build customization, because it seemed like I could just equip and unequip tattoos at my leisure rather than being locked into them the way I was with, say, skill points. Now, I know this is pre-alpha, there's a lot of features that are not in the game yet, but one thing whose absence I did certainly notice is WASD or arrow key controls. Since playing the early access for Path of Exile 2, I've absolutely been converted to the Church of WASD, especially when it comes to playing a range build, where I prefer having the precision of being able to target enemies with my mouse while moving independently, such as to kite back. Even on a melee build, I find combat is way smoother moving around with my arrow keys while using my main skill on left click. Currently, Moonbeast game is the old school style of click to move, and so there were times where I definitely felt like I was getting stuck on enemies, not because I physically was, but because I was clicking, which was registering to use my skill and attack them, rather than move to a destination as I wanted. And last up, the developers cite Ultima Online as one of their inspirations, and the preview certainly reflects that. Alright, tangent time. MMOs can be broadly divided into two categories: theme park and sandbox. An example of a theme park MMO would be World of Warcraft. The developers create various attractions like raids and mythic dungeons, and you then choose which of those attractions you engage with. In other words, the developer makes the theme park and you choose what rides you want to go on. But Ultima Online is a sandbox MMO. It presents a world, sets some rules, and then turns you loose to find your own fun. And I very much got the same feeling here. There was some loose guidance from Lum, but for the most part, I was dropped into a world filled with possibilities and set free to find my own fun. This is something pretty unusual in the ARPG space. Path of Exile does this to an extent. Certainly, Buildcraft in Path of Exile is very sandboxy, something that if you are one type of person, you will go, oh yeah, that's why I love PoE, and if you're another type of person, you'll go, yeah, that's why I quit PoE when I opened the skill tree. And you know what? Either way, fair enough. And I do expect there's going to be something similar here, because sandbox games aren't for everyone. Some people do want that more directed or on-the-rails experience. But if you're looking for an ARPG experience that you can't find elsewhere, this is one to keep an eye on. But that's going to be it for my experiences with the pre-alpha for Moonbeast game, at least for the time being. And so I want to wrap things up with a little bit more about the studio behind the game. Moonbeast Productions was founded roughly 4 years ago by Phil Shank and Peter Hu. Then, in 2023, they were joined by Eric Schaefer. Odds are, if you like old school ARPGs, one of those three helped to make your favorite game. They've worked on titles including Diablo 1 and 2, Torchlight 1 and 2, and many others. The rest of the team is also full of ARPG veterans who have worked on everything from old school titles like Nox to more recent entries in the Diablo franchise like Diablo 3 and Diablo 4. With Moonbeast game, they want to do something different, and part of this is to create a world that changes as you play. For example, once triggering the Altar of the Old Gods, the necropolis begins to rise from the land, and even after I defeated the Lich, a large portion of the necropolis remained, leaving a permanent mark upon my world. At least until I do something else or trigger a different event that leads to another change in the area. But what I've shown today is just a very early pre-alpha preview, so I expect a lot's going to change as the development continues. If you're interested in hearing more about the game, you can sign up for their watch list over at moonbeast.com. I'll throw a link down in the description. And so to come back full circle, I love getting a look behind the curtain when it comes to game development. Were there bugs? Yes, but at least there were blight roaches instead of rad roaches. Was there some jank, especially when it comes to glyph lunge? Yeah. Did my game crash? You bet. And I'd expect nothing less from a pre-alpha experience. But I also got to flood a lake full of lava so I could walk into a dungeon, and play an ARPG with a double jump. So I'm really glad that I got to try this pre-alpha. And I hope you found it interesting as well. Even if the game doesn't look like it's for you, at least seeing this little slice of what a game looks like before it's actually truly a game. With that, I look forward to learning more about Moonbeast game as the development continues, and I'm especially curious to see what's possible with more classes, skills, and tattoos available. But now I'm curious, does this look interesting to you? And if not, what do you look for in an ARPG? Be sure to let me know down in the comments below. With that, I think I've rambled enough for one day. So, thank you very much for watching to the end. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like. And also, a big thanks to the devs over at Moonbeast for being willing to share their game when it's in such an early state. I'm going to get going for now, but I look forward to seeing you in the next one.